Guys, welcome to my channel, and today I am going to do EXP22 Excel chapter 7 cumulative assessment variation shipping. Basically, this is the 7th chapter of Excel section of this Pearson course, and in this video I will be doing this assignment step by step, and you can get your assignment done by watching this complete video. But if you want me to do this assignment for you, or if you want me to do this complete course for you, including all the Word, Excel, PowerPoint or Access assignments, then you can contact me and you can hire me for your complete course. You can also hire me for your other courses like accounting, management, finance, information technology, computer sciences, all other writing assignments, mathematics or statistics. My WhatsApp number and email is showing at the bottom of the screen. Please contact me either through WhatsApp or email and hire me for your courses. At start of instruction, we are given with project description. There is nothing to solve in this project description, but I suggest you to read this well and get an idea about the assignment. Once you will go through this project description, you will understand the assignment and this will be easy for you to solve this assignment on your own. So please read this and get an idea about the assignment. Then we have main part of the assignment, that is steps to perform to complete this project, and we have a total of 24 steps to get this assignment done. In this video, I am not only going to solve these questions or steps for you, I am also going to make you learn Microsoft Excel as well. So if you want to solve or do this assignment, or if you want to learn Microsoft Excel, you are supposed to watch this complete video and you are supposed to follow me step by step. So now let's move to step number 1 of the assignment, and step number 1 of the assignment is saying start Excel, download and open the file named EXP22 Excel chapter 7 cumulative assessment variation shipping. Grader has automatically added your last name to the beginning of file name. So you can see that I have already downloaded this Excel workbook, and this is the Excel workbook that we gonna use to solve this assignment. We will apply all the instructions, all the steps to this Excel workbook, and we gonna make this Excel workbook in the final form for the submission. So your step number 1 of the assignment is just about downloading of this Excel workbook. There is nothing else to solve in step number 1. Step number 1 is just saying download and open this Excel workbook. So now let's move to step number 2 of the assignment. Step number 2 of the assignment is saying the week worksheet contains data for the week of August 5. In cell D7, insert appropriate date function to calculate the number of days between the date arrived and date ordered. Copy the function to the range D8 up to D35. So now basically we are supposed to calculate the days between the date arrived and date ordered. Okay, and for this we are supposed to use a function into cell D7. So we will go to cell D7 and we are supposed to use days function. So type days and double click on that and click function symbol to enter the function argument. So end date will be the date arrived. So that is given into cell C7, and start date will be date ordered, that is given into cell A7. So we are going to calculate the number of days between the date arrived and date ordered. So our date arrived will be the end date and date order will be the start date, and click OK. So we have calculated the number of days. Okay, then we are supposed to use the fill handle to copy the function down so that we can get the other date total days. Okay, and that is all about step number 2. So we have completed second step, and now we are supposed to do next step, that is step number 3. You want to display the weekday for the arrival dates. In cell E7, insert the weekday function to identify an integer representing the weekday of data arrived. Copy the function to the range E8 up to E35. So now in cell E7 we are supposed to find weekday. That's mean on which number of day of the week order has arrived. So we can do this by using the weekday function. So we will go to cell E7, type an equal sign, type weekday, and you will see the weekday function here. Double click on that. Now we are supposed to find the weekday based on the date arrived. Okay, so we will simply select date arrived as the serial number, that is C7. So we will get that the first day of the week this order was arrived. Okay, now we are supposed to use the fill handler to get all the weekday. Okay, so we got all the weekdays. Okay, that is all about step number 3. So we have completed third step, and now we are supposed to move to next step, that is step number 4. Step number 4 is saying you need to format the weekday function results with a custom number format. So now you can see that we got whole number here in the weekday, but we need name of the day of the week. Okay, for this we are supposed to apply a custom number format to these numbers. So this is saying that we are supposed to select E7 up to E35 and go to home tab and go to number format and click this arrow. Now we are supposed to apply custom number format. We will select custom, and from here select general and then remove the general. And now we are supposed to type this custom number, that is tetra D. Okay, so we will type tetra D. Click OK. So now you can see that we got the exact name of the days of the week. That is all about step number 4, where we were supposed to find the exact name of the day of the week. So we are done with step number 4, and now we are supposed to move to next step, that is step number 5. So now we are supposed to do next step, that is step number 5. And step number 5 is saying next you want to display the city names that corresponds with the city airport codes. So based on the airport codes, we are supposed to show the city names, and for this we are supposed to use a switch function. So this is saying insert in cell G7, insert the switch function to evaluate the airport code in cell E7. So airport code is given into cell E7. Sorry, airport code is given into cell F7, not E7. Okay, include makes references to the city names in the range G2 up to G4. Use the airport code as text for the value argument, AUS for the Austin, DFW for the Dallas Fort Worth, and IH for the Houston. Copy the function to the range G8 up to G35. So we will simply go to cell G7 here, and we are supposed to use a switch function. So type equal sign and type switch. So switch function will appear there. Double click on that. Click function symbol to enter or insert the function argument. So our expression will be the airport code that is given into cell F7. So now for AUS, we are supposed to switch this to the Austin, that is given into cell G2, this one, but use a absolute reference for this one. Okay, now for the second, that is DFW. Okay, we are supposed to switch this to Dallas Fort Worth, that is G3. Okay, now third one is for IAH, we are supposed to switch this to the Houston. Okay, for IAH we are supposed to switch to the Houston, that is given into cell G4. So now let me explain this function again. We are using a switch function here that will switch AUS to the Austin, that is given into cell G2. That will switch DFW to the Dallas Fort Worth, that is given into cell G3. For IAH, it will switch to the Houston, that is given into cell G4. Click OK. So now you can see airport code was AUS, so it switched AUS to the Austin. So now we are supposed to use the fill handler so that we can get other. So now let me check this. Like for the airport code IAH, it will switch to the Houston. For DFW, it will switch to the Dallas Fort Worth. Okay, so that's mean our function is working correctly. So that is all about step number 5 of the assignment, where we were supposed to use a switch function. So now we are supposed to do next step of the assignment, that is step number 6. Now you want to display the standard shipping cost by city. In cell I7, insert the ifs function to identify the shipping cost based on the airport code and the applicable shipping rates in the range H2 up to H4. This one. Okay. Enter the airport codes in this sequence: AUS, DW, DFW, IH with their respective code. Use relative and mix cell references correctly. Copy the function to the range I8 up to I35. So now we are supposed to use ifs function to identify the shipping cost. Okay. So now let me use this function now. So we are supposed to go to cell I7, type an equal sign and type ifs. Okay. So this is very easy function. So let me type this. So now click function arguments. So we are supposed to enter our first logical test. Our first logical test will be if G7 is equal to, if G7 is equal to Austin. If G7 is equal to Austin, then our shipping cost will be H2. Okay. So now let me repeat it again. If G7, that is the shipped from, okay, if it is equal to Austin, then our shipping cost will be H2. If G7, again G7 is equal to Dallas or Dallas Fort Worth. Okay. If G7 is equal to Dallas Fort Worth, then our shipping cost will be H3. Okay. If G7 is equal to Houston, then our shipping cost will be equal to H4. So now let me explain this function to you so that you can understand this function easily. So we are using ifs function and we are checking 3 logical tests. Our first logical test is if G7, okay, if G7 is equal to Austin, then our shipping cost will be equal to H2. If G7 is equal to Dallas Fort Worth, then our shipping cost will be H3, that is 20. If G7 is equal to Houston, then our shipping cost will be 30, that is equal to H4. Click OK. So now you can see that G7 is equal to Austin. So now our shipping cost is equal to this one, H2, that is 24. So now use the fill handler so that we can get other values. So now let for Houston, shipping cost is 30, so we got 30. For Dallas Fort Worth, shipping cost is 20, so we got 20. For Austin, shipping cost is 24, we got 24. That's mean our function is working correctly. So that is all about step number 6. So we have completed 6 steps and now we are supposed to do next step, that is step number 7. Finally, you want to calculate a partial shipping refund if 2 conditions are met. In cell G7, insert an if function with the nested AND function to determine shipping refund. So now we are supposed to calculate shipping refund in column J using if function nested with AND function. The AND function should ensure that both conditions are met. Total days is greater than total days delivery goal, and order total is equal or greater than order total threshold. If both conditions are met, the refund is 50% of the shipping cost. Otherwise, the refund is zero. Use mixed reference as needed. Copy the function to the range J8 up to J35. So we will simply go to cell J7 and we are supposed to type if function. Click on the if function. Click on the function symbol to enter the function argument. So now we are supposed to nest this if function with AND function. So we will type AND here. And here we will write our two condition. First condition is total days is greater than total days delivery goal. Total days are given, total days here. Total days are given into cell D7. If D7 is greater than total days is greater than total days delivery goal, that is given into cell C3 here. Okay. If D7 is greater than C3, comma, our second condition. Second condition is order total is equal to or greater than order total threshold. Order total. Where is order total? Order total is given in cell H7. If this is greater than or equal to threshold, that is given in cell C2, this one. Okay. So let me repeat it again. We are checking two conditions. First one is if D7, that is the total day is greater than C3, that is the total days delivery goal. Okay. And if H7, that is the order total is greater than threshold, then it is saying if both conditions are met, refund is 50% C4 of the shipping cost. So we will multiply the shipping cost that is given into cell I7. We will multiply this by the shipping refund rate C4. Okay. Otherwise, this will be equal to 0. Okay. Click OK. So we got 0. So now let me check. Here order total is 6. This is not greater than the delivery goal. It will give us a 0 result. So now we will use the fill handle to copy the result. So now let me check for this. So now you can see the order total is 11, that is greater than 10. Okay. And total days is 11, that is greater than the delivery goal 10. And order total is 1075, that is greater than 1000. So it will give us the result. So that means our function is correctly working. So that is all about step number 7. So we are done with step number 7. Now we are supposed to do next step, that is step number 8. Step number 8 of the assignment is saying the sales worksheet contains similar data. Now you want to enter summary statistic. In cell B2, inside the count a function to count the number of shipment for the Austin. Cell B1, use appropriate mixed reference to the range argument to keep the column letters the same. Copy the function to the range C2 up to D2. So first of all, we are supposed to go to cell B2 for the stat worksheet. So this is B2. Okay, type an equal sign and we are supposed to use count if function. So here you can see the count if function. Double click on that, click function symbol to enter the function argument. So now we are supposed to count the number of shipment for Austin. Okay. So order total is given here. Our range will be this D4 up to D12 up to D40. That will be our range. So our range will be, so we are supposed to calculate the total number of shipments. So total number of shipments here. Okay. And criteria is given into cell. Criteria is given into cell B1. That is for the Austin. Okay. 1 second. Oh, sorry. Our criteria will be this one. C11 up to C40. That will be criteria. Okay, and we are going to calculate the number of shipment by Austin. So our criteria is the Austin that is given into cell B1. So we got 8. So total number of shipment by the Austin are 8. So for this we used count a function. Okay, that, and our range was C12 up to C40 and our criteria was B1. But we are supposed to use mixed references to keep the range column letters the same. Okay, here we will use the dollar sign here. Okay, so that is all about step number 8, but we are supposed to copy the formula here. Okay, so now you can check that for the Dallas Fort Worth we got 11, and for Houston we got 10 shipment. Okay, that is all about step number 8. So now we are supposed to do next step, that is step number 9. In cell B3, insert the sum if function to calculate the total order for the Austin. Use appropriate mixed references to range argument to keep the column letters same. So now we are supposed to calculate the total order for the Austin. So we will go to cell B3 here, and we are supposed to use sum if function. Okay, click function symbol to enter the function argument. So our range is C11 up to C40 because this is the range on which criteria is based. Okay, and criteria is given into cell B1, and our sum range is that we are supposed to calculate the total orders. So order total is given into the range D11 up to D40. Okay, and that is, now it is saying copy the function to the range. Okay, but we are supposed to use make reference to the range argument to keep the column letter same. Okay, so that is all about step number 9, but we are supposed to copy this function here. Okay, 1 second. Here we forget to make it to mix a reference. Okay, this one, and now copy this to this one. Okay, now that is all about step number 9. So we have completed 9 steps of this assignment. Now we are supposed to do next step, that is step number 10. Step number 10 is saying insert in cell B4, insert the average if function to calculate the average number of days for the shipment for the Austin. Okay, so we will go to cell B4 and we are supposed to use average if function. Okay, now click on the function symbol to enter the function argument. Our range will be again same, that is C11 up to C40 because this has the airport codes. Okay, but use the mixed references for column. Okay, criteria is given into cell B1 and average range. We are supposed to calculate the average number of days. So number of days are given into the range B11 up to B40. Okay, sorry, B12 up to B40. Okay, but use the mixed or absolute reference for this one. Okay, click OK. So we got 9.8 days for the Austin. Now we are supposed to copy this formula so that we can get the other days. So that is all about step number 10. So in this video I have solved 10 steps for you. That is more than half of the assignment that I have completed for you. But if you want me to do this complete assignment for you, or if you want me to do this complete course for you, My WhatsApp number and email is showing at the bottom of the screen. Please reach me out through WhatsApp or email and hire me for your courses, and I will produce best grade for you. Thank you so much. I will get back to you with another video.